So do you guys want to know why we're carnivore and avoid sugar in this household? Or why I started carnivore in my 50s? It's not because it's a fad or that's all I see on YouTube. It's because we're trying to take care of our health right now. So that way when we get older, we don't have to deal with health issues that we could have controlled through diet. Now, I know we can't control everything when it comes to our health, but you do have more control than you think you do. So I know in the United States, we are conditioned to believe that, especially in the United States, we're conditioned to believe that the older you get, the more doctor visits you're going to have, the more prescriptions you're going to have to take and deal with the side effects, and the more medical expenses you're going to just have to deal with. I found a snippet online that I'd like to read to you. So the first one is from AI, and it says, adults over 65 see doctors more than twice as often as those aged 18 to 44. This snippet, it's another snippet I found online, guys, and it says, older adults reported 44.8 billion in debt. In 2020, that number rose to 53.8 billion. Those with unpaid bills were more than likely to be older adults of color, to be in poor health, to have debts, or have incomes between 100 and 200% of the federal poverty level. Well, no wonder everybody dreads getting older, because we're told that the older you get, the more health issues you're going to have. But is that really the case, guys? In this video, I want to share with you guys why that doesn't have to be the case and how you can use food right now as medicine or preventative care to avoid getting those issues. See, guys, there's nothing we can do to get from getting older. I mean, it's just a part of life. We are going to get older, but there is something that you can do to actually take care of your health right now and avoid any issues later on down the road. Now, I'm not talking about all issues, guys. I'm talking about issues that can be controlled through good diet and proper nutrition. And guys, I'm not trying to convert you to carnivore. That's not the purpose of this video, but I want you to know how important your diet is, especially as we get older, especially if you want to keep that mobility, especially if you want to be able to enjoy life and not just sit around watching TV all day. So the first couple of tips I have for you guys when you go shopping, guys, and this is just assuming that you're not carnivore, but you're looking to eat healthy, but you don't know yet if you want to join the carnivore or jump on the carnivore bandwagon. So the first thing is to look at all ingredients when you're shopping. So make sure that it doesn't have any harmful ingredients, any harmful chemicals, a ton of sugar, because sugar is found in everything, guys. And if you know anything about sugar, sugar is and can be very harmful. It's what's known to cause a lot of illnesses and can cause obesity too, guys. So you want to make sure that you avoid foods that have huge amounts of sugar, and also make sure you avoid foods that have high fructose syrup. And if you don't know anything about that, guys, start doing your research about all these different chemicals and sugars. And if you don't know anything about that stuff, guys, start doing your research about high fructose corn syrup and sugar, and you're going to realize how bad it is for you. When you go shopping, guys, make sure that you are only doing the outer parts of the supermarket, because when you go inside the inner part, you're going to notice that that's where all the junk food is. So when you stick to the outer part of the section, guys, you're going to notice that's where the healthier food is. And it is a little bit more expensive than going on the inside of the supermarket, and that's why a lot of people go on the inside, because it is cheaper. But you got to understand that right now, if you're using food as your medicine, even though you're probably paying a little bit more for your food right now, later on down the road, that's going to save you in the long run from having to pay tons of medical bills. And then the next tip that I want to give you guys is to beware of claims of all natural, because these foods are not FDA regulated. And so when they claim all natural, they can still have harmful chemicals. And then the next tip of advice that I want to give you guys is do your research. Find out what type of eating lifestyle or way of eating lifestyle is good for you. I'm not saying you have to do carnivore just because I've realized that carnivore is the best for me. You might be better with keto or ketovore or something that's going to improve your lifestyle. The thing that you have to do is do your research and find out which way of eating is best for you, because what somebody says is the right way of eating for them may not be the right way of eating for you. The one thing you have to ask yourself, and everybody has to ask themselves, is the food that I'm putting in my body hurting me or helping me? And if you can say it's definitely helping you and it makes you feel better, and you know without a doubt that it does not have any harmful chemicals, a ton of sugar, and it's just making you feel better, then chances are that's the best food for you. So let me explain to you why we went carnivore, because it wasn't a decision that we took lightly. It was something that I decided after tons of research, watching tons of videos, reading books, listening to podcasts, that we decided to go carnivore. So I was doing keto before carnivore, and one thing I noticed is that I was still having a lot of issues with my gut after eating salads. And after doing research on carnivore, I noticed that people were talking about the elimination diet, that when you eliminate everything in your diet besides meat and fat, then chances are you're not going to have any more issues. Well, that worked out great for me, guys. I felt great. I felt better. I lost weight. My aches and pains were gone, and it got rid of my irritable belly. So we decided that carnivore was the best method for us, and we've been going down that path for 4 months. One more reason we went carnivore, guys, is because, like I said, we are trying to do everything that we possibly can to avoid these expensive medical costs. Because if you have not had to deal with medical costs right now, then count your blessings, because they are expensive and they're only getting worse. So we are actually in the middle of paying some medical expenses right now. My partner had to go get emergency kidney stone removal in January, and those medical bills are starting to roll in. Last month we had to pay over $400 in medical expenses. This month we've already paid close to $200, and that's not even counting the one that we set up on Clear Balance to make monthly payments, because we didn't want to pull the money out of savings, and we figured we'd make monthly installment payments because it doesn't have interest. But we're paying on them all the time, guys. And it seems like we haven't even reached that age where they say that you go to the doctors all the time. It's just something that happened, an emergency. We had to go to the doctor, and now here we are straddled with medical debt. And guys, medical debt, like I said, is just getting more expensive. And it doesn't matter how much money you have right now. You read those stories all the time where people go bankrupt over medical debt. So if you're watching this YouTube channel, there's a chance that you don't have a lot of money saved up, that you are trying to catch up for retirement, because I know that's my story. So we don't know what our finances are going to look like when we get older, but we do know that we're not going to have the money to be able to go and get a doctor's visit all the time. So we have to do everything that we possibly can right now while we're younger to ensure that we don't have to get saddled with a ton of medical debt. So those are the two reasons that we've decided to go carnivore. So the purpose of this video is to help you understand that you do have more control over your health. And if you don't know whether the foods are hurting you or helping you, guys, all you need to do is take a look at how you feel. Are you feeling great every time you eat? How is your metabolic health? Are you at a good weight, not obese? And so now you're probably thinking, okay, so what's my next step now that I've shared why we decided to go carnivore, why we avoid sugar, because it causes all kinds of issues from obesity, type 2 diabetes, and other health issues? What do you do? What is the purpose of this video? Well, the purpose of this video is to hopefully help you open your eyes and realize that going down the path of what we're conditioned of going to the doctor when we get older, that doesn't have to be your path. But you have to learn about nutrition. You have to take the time to find out which way of eating is healthy for you. Because if you're eating the standard American diet right now, guys, there's a good chance that you're probably gonna go down this path of going to the doctor all the time. And if you don't know anything about carnivore, keto, or anything like that, guys, there's tons of videos online from doctors, carnivore doctors online, who will help you understand what it is and whether or not it's safe. Because I know, like you guys, the one thing that I was scared of is carnivore actually safe? And the only way to do that is to make sure you do your research, understand the whole diet, and that way you know and you feel comfortable of whether or not it's for you. So anyway, guys, I hope this video helped you understand the importance of diet, especially especially as we get older. The last thing we want to do is have to sit on the couch all the time, watch TV, because that's all we can do. We don't have the lifestyle that we had when we were younger. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Click on that subscribe button so that you can be notified the next time I put out a new video. And until next time, guys, have a great day. Bye.